So today is October 4th. Sorry, it takes me a minute to get my month straight because I'm not very good with the numbers and the dates. But I'm at home. Allison is gone, and I am doing training for my work. I wanted to do a little more this day, but I had some online training to do. So, what I've been thinking about, though, is totally different than that. I tend to process things later than normal, I guess. Later than most people. Like, things don't usually shock me as quickly, and like 2 weeks later, I might still be thinking about it, and then finally realize why everybody made such a big deal about it and like look into it. So, I was pondering Charlie Kirk, who recently was assassinated. And what brought me to this was considering, I don't even know what I looked up, but I found some vertical video live, and he's this random guy who likes to debate theology. He's like an atheist or something. And very logical and analytical, and has a couple arguments to poke holes in faith that just makes it not make logical sense. And he's right. There are some things that, like, I don't think even the most prestigious Christian philosopher could answer well. So, it made me think. Like, there were people calling in, and they were all wishy-washy. They weren't very great. It was almost unfair and sad to watch the comparison between this highly intellectual and very smart, like, atheist college student, and then, like, some random guy calling in with some opinion about why it's obvious that God is real. And you can't really debate an opinion into somebody who wants facts and proof. But I don't know enough. I looked into calling in. I got on the Discord. It took me a while because I don't use Discord very much. And then had to leave to go on a very good walk with a friend. I was able to really speak into his life and help him out a lot. But back to this, like, influencer person who's just trying to, like, debunk faith. And I don't understand why it's so important to him. Like, how could anything be that important if we're all just evolutionary products? Like, if I am just evolved, I don't really care about anything. So that led me to look more into Charlie Kirk and, like, this revival that is taking place from his assassination, and the way he lived his life and helped people really is seen for what it is now that he's dead. And it is inspired. Like, I was listening to some stuff from him, and it's really like, he's the kind of person I want to be like. And so the question is, like, what is next? There's a revival energy. There's many, many people going back to church. There have been lines to get into church. There have been parking lots full. And there's an opportunity. God is doing something. God is always doing something. But it seems like in this time, he's got more motion, more energy than maybe some other times, and is working more powerfully. So, what do I do with that? What do I do about it? I don't know. Also, my audio probably sounds really bad. But that it, I don't know. I'm looking into Maker Brain. I'm trying to figure out what my calling is and my calling, but like where I want to explore and reach out to this energy that God's given me, and where like I'm gonna put my strength into. And that conversation with my friend was like one of the. I like came out of that feeling like that is like what I was made to do. I listened to his story for a long time, and was able to be there for him, and not just be there, but like provide help, and not in like a pushy way, but like support him in where he's at, pray for him, and move him forward to the next phase of where he needs to be at. So, or where he wants to grow. And like, I want to be able to do that for more people. And like, as I think about it, maybe more and more, like cardboard on Maker Brain maybe isn't the vehicle anymore for me to do this energy through. But it's the only thing I feel like I know enough about. Like, I don't. How bad can my camera be at focusing? Come on. Okay, whatever. It's the only thing that I feel like I know enough about. Because. There we go. Focus. Because, like, I'm not a philosopher. Like, I can't have, like, a Christian YouTube channel where I debunk atheists, because I'm not that smart at it. I'm not that, like, wise. I would really just be, like, regurgitating things other people told me and that I'm thinking, kind of like I'm doing right now. And this is very different than that. This is more of a journey, and this is part of the exploration, is, like, maybe just telling people about things is more what I'm here, like, being on the journey with you. So I'm exploring that. I want to start Maker Brain. I'm working on some essays, documents for myself that are, or manifestos almost. But that word kind of has some negative connotations. But trying to explore purpose and desire and wrap that into what I'm doing and see, like, it's easy to say that I have a dream, but it's harder to articulate it, and I want to articulate it well enough that I know what I'm talking about, and I can see this over here is like what I'm dreaming about, and it may or may not be the thing I'm supposed to do, but like that is what I mean when I say I want to be entrepreneurial, or I want to make a difference in the world, or I want to do something big. And maybe the thing that I really like deep down, like am wired to do, is kind of like a little different than that. And at least I can articulate the dreams so I can let them go if I don't want to pursue them and they don't control me anymore. And I'm be able to open that energy and that place up for God, for Him to put something into it that I can really pour into, and then I get this whole new thing, or something that's the same, something that grows out of it, like, and matures. It's like I have a seed, and maybe that seed is going to grow up into something that looks totally different. So I want God to come into this and be the, like, ruler and the manager of my energy and dispatch me to do something. And God and I are going to have some, like, brainstorming conversations about that to figure out sort of what it is. And that's a joint effort between me and God to figure out what it is. And some of this I'm just, like, coming up with as I'm talking to you and explaining it. But that's where I'm at right now. God bless.